Good evening and welcome to NEWSBREAK Live. I'm Hiba Samad. It's Tuesday, January 14th. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories. Torrance police are still investigating a traffic collision involving two pedestrians that happened this morning. Around 8:38 a.m., Torrance police officers responded to the area of Emerald and Earl Streets about a car and pedestrian collision. So far, they found the driver of a 2017 Toyota RAV4 was traveling southbound on Earl Street. The driver made an eastbound turn on Emerald where the car collided with two pedestrians, an adult woman and a 5-year-old child. They were walking northbound across Emerald. Both were transported to local hospitals, with the female facing major injuries. The driver of the Toyota is a resident of Carson and was not injured. Officials say alcohol or drugs didn't appear to play a factor in the incident. Eastbound and westbound lanes of Emerald Street was closed down between Earl Street and Mansell Avenue for 4 hours. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration offers many tips on how pedestrians and drivers can be safe on the road. For pedestrians, be predictable, follow the rules of the road and obey signs and signals. Walk on sidewalks whenever they're available. Stay alert, look for cars in all directions, and never assume a driver sees you. Make eye contact with drivers as they approach to make sure you are seen. Now, drivers should look out for pedestrians at all times, slow down, and be prepared to stop when turning or otherwise entering a crosswalk. Yield to pedestrians and crosswalks and give other cars an opportunity to see the crossing pedestrians so they can stop too. Always follow the speed limit and road laws. The case is being investigated, and anyone with information in regards to this accident is urged to call the police department at 310-328-3456. Air quality officials are asking residents to avoid burning any wood through tonight. Various areas, including Los Angeles, are part of a no-burn alert by the South Coast Air Quality Management District. Officials are asking residents to avoid burning wood in their fireplaces or any indoor or outdoor wood-burning device. This also includes manufactured fire logs made from wax or paper. These alerts are important in protecting public health since levels of fine particulate air pollution in the region are forecast to be high. South Coast AQMD's Check Before You Burn program is in effect various times through the end of February. You can sign up to get alerts at airalerts.org. Torrance police are continuing to search for a missing resident. The department is hoping with the community's help they can locate Ashley Nielsen, who also goes by Ashley Contreras. She was last seen in the area of the 2100 block of Magnolia Avenue in Long Beach on Monday, December 22nd. She's 31 years old, 5'7", and 140 pounds. She has brown hair and hazel eyes. Officials say Ashley is known to frequent the area of Vermont and Artesia and Los Angeles. If you have any information, contact Torrance Police at 310-328-3456. Flags are being flown at half-staff across the county and in the city of Torrance to honor a fallen LA County Sheriff's detective. City Manager Leroy Jackson ordered flags of the Torrance Police Department to be lowered to half-staff until sunset on the date of the funeral services for Sheriff Detective Amber Least. She was killed on her January 12th while trying to help an elderly woman who was crossing the street. She was fatally struck by a car and was taken to the hospital before she was pronounced dead. Pavement repairs continued today and will be underway for the rest of the week in Torrance. Public Works officials say tomorrow through Friday they'll be performing localized pavement repairs on southbound Van Ness Avenue between Del Amo and Torrance Boulevards. It will take place from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Monday and today, crews were grinding and paving on Harper's Way between Van Ness Avenue and Gramercy Place, as well as on Manhattan Place between 205th and 208th Streets. These repairs are part of the residential and arterial pavement improvement project that is designed to provide scheduled maintenance and preservation treatment to existing asphalt paved roadways. The city of Torrance once again is celebrating service leaders by inspiring the community. The Torrance Serves campaign in its second year encourages the community to pledge service hours online that will be completed in 2020. The goal is to empower people and bring volunteers together for service projects that honor the spirit of giving, public service, and volunteerism. The campaign kicks off on January 20th. The goal this year is to reach 150,000 pledged community service hours. You can participate by also adding a Facebook profile frame to show your support. Encourage others to participate in the social media campaign by using hashtags, and leave the "You Got Served" postcard to encourage the organization or recipient of your random act of kindness to participate. It's also encouraged to engage with the campaign offline. Keep checking the city calendar for ways to participate, and you can advertise your own volunteer event. You can contact Torrance Serves at TORRANCECA.GOV. You can also organize your own event. Torrance Serves is aligned with Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. To learn more, go to TORRANCECA.GOV/serve. You can pledge until February 16th. The annual Greater Los Angeles homeless count is just a week away, and volunteers are still needed. From 8 to midnight, you can volunteer your time to help combat homelessness in Torrance. The Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority conducts the homeless count every January. City officials say they're still looking for as many volunteers to join their efforts. Once again, the City of Torrance is a deployment site and will offer training to participants. The count is one of the ways administrators quantify the homeless epidemic that affects every city in our region, which helps guide funding and resources. To register as a volunteer, head to theycountwillyou.org. A bill to keep makeup products toxic-free was heard by the Assembly Environmental Safety and Toxic Material Committee today. Assemblyman Al Muratsuchi, along with joint author Buffy Wicks and representatives from various other groups, are urging the passage of the Toxic-Free Cosmetics Act, which would protect consumers by banning the sale in California of cosmetics and body care products containing known carcinogens, reproductive toxins, and endocrine disruptors that are harmful to human health. AB 495 would ban the sale of products containing 13 toxic chemicals. Many major retailers such as Target, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid, to name a few, have developed their own lists of chemicals that manufacturers may not include, must limit in the retailer's store brand cosmetic products. The bill must pass the Assembly by the January 31st deadline. Now, if you're a small business owner, there's a program that can help you increase your revenue and growth. The Goldman Sachs Foundation is supporting a program that is free for qualified applicants. It's an intensive business growth education and mentorship for small businesses. It offers valuable skills, the opportunity to access financial capital, powerful networking opportunities, and much more through 11 sessions. In order to participate, applicants must fulfill being in operation for 2 years, meet a certain gross revenue, and must have at least 4 full-time or part-time employees. Goldman Sachs' 10,000 Small Businesses is a $500 million investment to help entrepreneurs. The program was also promoted by the Torrance Area Chamber of Commerce. To apply, head to 10ksbapply.com. Then a very exciting exhibit makes its debut this weekend at the Torrance Art Museum. Called Death, Occult, Skulls, Motorcycles, A Moment of Impact, is coming to the city. The exhibit is already coming to life as it focuses on the presence of the skull everywhere and relates it to the subcultures with a particular focus on motorcycle world lifestyle, as they have one of the highest mortality rates. Officials say as Western contemporary culture moved into a period of youth subcultures in the mid-1950s, the skull took on various signifiers for myriad groups and has maintained that tradition. The Torrance Art Museum will host this from Saturday through March 14th. The museum is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Next week, reporter Colleen Farrell gives us a closer look at how this exhibit was put together. County public health officials have released a cold weather alert for this week. Due to low temperatures, Los Angeles County mountain areas and Antelope Valley are affected. Officials say children, the elderly, and people with disabilities or special medical needs are especially vulnerable during cold weather. It's a good idea to take precautions to protect yourself. It's recommended to dress in layers of warm clothing. If you plan to be outdoors, protect your head, hands, and feet from the cold by wearing a hat, scarf, gloves, and socks. Check on family members, friends, and neighbors with limited mobility and limited access to heat, such as seniors or those who are ill. And if you have pets, bring them indoors and don't leave them outside overnight. Take shelter during peak cold times. If you don't have a heater in your home, visit indoor public facilities such as shopping malls, libraries, or senior centers. Always remember to take steps to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning when heating your home. Only use approved heaters such as electric or natural gas, and fireplaces. Never use stoves, barbecues, and ovens to heat your room or home, as these appliances can produce a deadly gas. Now let's get to the weather. Today there was a high of 62 degrees with an expected low of 47 tonight. Then tomorrow there'll be a high of 63 with a low of 48. And on Thursday it will get even colder with a low of 59 degrees and expected low of 48. A popular fast food chain is offering a perk in return for downloading their app. Through January 31st, Chick-fil-A is giving customers free 8-count orders of its classic nuggets to anyone who creates a Chick-fil-A One account or signs into an existing account on the Chick-fil-A mobile app. If you're not a nugget fan, the company is also allowing people to exchange it for its new Kale Crunch side, which was just released. It's only 120 calories and can be substituted for waffle potato fries at no additional charge. You can redeem the deal in the drive-thru restaurant or by placing a mobile order via the app. There are 2 Chick-fil-A locations in Torrance. If you're an owner of a Toyota, you may want to look out to see if your car is part of a large recall. The company is recalling nearly 700,000 cars in the United States because the fuel pumps can fail and cause engines to stall. This can lead to an increased risk of a crash. The recall includes certain 2018 and 2019 Toyota 4Runner, Camry, Highlander, Land Cruiser, Sequoia, Sienna, Tacoma, Tundra, Avalon, and Corolla models. Owners of these cars will be notified by mail come mid-March. Now, here are some upcoming events this week. On Thursday, the Katie Geiser Civic Center Library is hosting a workshop for parents and students on how to choose the best college for you and your pocketbook. The free workshop is put on by the Ketterman College Funding, Inc. It will offer free college financial planning. The event takes place from 7 to 8 p.m. On Saturday, get to Del Amo Fashion Center early if you want to get some goodies from the traveling Hello Kitty Cafe. It'll be located in the courtyard near the AMC theaters from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Well, in just 2 minutes, Robbie Miles, the founder of Foster Baby Foundation, talks to us about an event this weekend that is bringing hope to children in the South Bay who need a home. We'll be back in just a few.
I just found out my work party is a +1. You want to go? This is my boss, Ella.
Nice to meet you, Greg.
You're welcome.
Nope, I'm high. But I'll clean the kitchen while you're gone.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Here she comes. I, Krista, take you, Jamie, to be my wife.
The ceremony was a blast. It was just like this surreal moment of my dreams are coming true. When we found out that we were pregnant, we were just elated. We were just sitting there waiting for the pediatrician. She said, "Oh, I apologize. She won't be taking you in as a client." We are a lesbian couple, but she's just a baby. She's the one you're denying the service to. And sitting there in that small, cold room, I wanted to cry, just thinking, what did we bring this kid into? We're simply asking to treat our family the same way that you would treat any family.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be earthquake next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Welcome back to the second half of NewsBreak Live. Joining me is Robbie Miles. She's the founder of Foster Baby Foundation and is also a volunteer for the Department of Children and Family Services office here in Torrance. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're here because you're hosting the third event of its kind coming up this Saturday.
Yes.
It's called South Bay Community Foster Care Baby Shower and Foster Adoption Expo. So talk to me about it.
Well, actually, the concept of having a baby shower came to me because I was attending a volunteer meeting at the Department of Children and Family Services in Torrance, and a staff member was sharing with everybody how there was an increase in the amount of infants and toddlers that were coming into the system and how overwhelming it was because there was already a shortage of foster families. And so she just wanted us to kind of start thinking of ways that, creative ways that we could get the word out to the community. And so I went home and I knew that once a child is taken from a home, they don't have the basic necessities. And so I said, you know what? Why don't we just do a baby shower? I mean, everybody loves a baby shower, right? And so it would be a fun way to really be able to reach out to the community and to be able to obtain the basic necessities that the children need, and also just to rally everybody together. So that's how it started.
And you also said it's also a positive way to shed light on a big issue of the need of families just here in the Southern California region.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we're showing the flyer right now. The event takes place this Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. at the DCFS Torrance office located on Crenshaw Boulevard. We have the address up as well. So tell me why people should come out to this event. It's twofold.
Yes, it definitely is. So, you know the old saying that it takes a village to raise a child? Well, it's true. And right here in our very own backyard, there are 1,153 children who are in foster care. And you won't even believe 400 of those children are under the age of 4 years old. And so it's an opportunity for us to really get behind these families. So what happens is the social worker will go out to a family and they'll have to remove a child from the home, and we know they're removed for abuse or neglect, or maybe they've lost a parent in death or something like that. And so the social worker will then take the baby gifts and deliver the child to the foster family. So that gives the foster family an opportunity to really just focus on the children, loving them, supporting them, and not really worrying about just the basic necessities in that evening.
So it's the baby shower, and we're going to get a little bit into what people should bring, and then maybe you can talk a little bit about that, and then we'll talk about who's going to be there.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so we're really recommending that people bring just the basic necessities for an infant or a toddler. We're looking to help the ages of infancy up to 4 years old. So if they could bring diapers, pull-ups of all sizes, bottles, pacifiers, blankets, new clothes, we're really asking people for brand new gifts, unwrapped. And then what we're going to do is take those gifts, and Department of Children and Family Services actually has a baby gift storage area. And so when a social worker picks up a child, they can go right into that area, pick up the baby gifts, and then go with the child.
And if they want to bring gifts, that's great, but also if they're interested in adopting or fostering, there will be officials on site who can share more information. So tell me about that.
Well, that's going to be part. We've added an expo component to the baby showers, and so there's going to be. We've invited foster care agencies to come, and they'll have their literature there. They'll have a representative there. So if someone has questions and wants to find out what it's like, find out about the process, they'll be able to find that information out. So
So tell me about your new foundation, why you partnered with South Bay Church and Department of Children and Family Services to bring this type of event back for another year.
Well, I'm really excited about the foundation. So what started was really just to rally the community together to get the baby gift, all the necessities. And then it's just organically grown into the point where it was time to actually launch the foundation. So I'm really excited because there's a number of churches and schools and business organizations and women's groups that are partnering with us. I had a call even yesterday just from the flyer, and there was an organization, and they have about 200 people on staff. And so they weren't really able to come to the baby shower, but they decided as a group that they wanted to host a baby shower during their lunchtime and have a big event and have me come out and speak and just take the gifts from their company. So.
And this type of event is very close to your heart. So maybe you can share a little bit about your story of adopting your son, who's now 6 years old.
Yes, he is.
And what you hope people will get from your story and from this type of event?
Well, I want to share my story first. It's well, I was actually a cancer survivor, and because of the cancer, I wasn't able to have kids. And growing up, I never really knew anything about the foster care system. I mean, I knew that there were children in foster care and that there are children that are adopted, but I didn't know anyone personally that had done that. And so I think hindsight, looking back now, I can see where God has really taken the pain and really turned it into my passion. I mean, I love helping the kids. And so after my recovery, I met my husband at the South Bay Church. And we have one of our members, she actually works for Department of Children and Family Services, and she was sharing with our congregation about the need. And so as a congregation, we decided that we're going to host an event. And so my husband and I, as newlyweds, went to our very first foster care event, and that was the end. I mean, I think for me personally, you know, just knowing the pain that I felt from losing the ability to have a child, and then meeting the children at this event and seeing that, you know, they have pain too. They have actually lost their families, and some temporarily, some permanently, but it was just, you know, we wanted to do whatever we could do to help. And so we got busy and rolled up our sleeves, and we started hosting toy drives and diaper drives and all kinds of events to help people to get involved. So it was really fun. Oh, and then the South Bay Church, they have like the biggest hearts. So this is our 3rd year with the baby shower, and the members of the South Bay Church, they have like gone above and beyond to help these children. They have like the biggest hearts. They volunteered, brought gifts, told the community about it. And so we're really looking forward to partner with them and really make this a fun and inspirational event.
You mentioned that you are a volunteer for DCFS. So talk to me about your experience and why you wanted to get involved. And if someone wants to get involved, maybe they can't foster adopt, but want to do what you're doing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think there's just so many ways that you can get involved. Like, for instance, I met a woman who came to the baby shower, and she's an orthodontist, and she was just like, I can't put together a baby shower, but I want to use my profession, my talent to help. And so she met some of the young women and who are foster girls, and she offered orthodontics to them. She offered braces to all of them, and it's just, I think it's just being, really being creative and thinking, how can I, you know, how can I bring my time and my talents to, you know, to help the children? So it could be being a mentor. It could be offering to host a baby shower with your friends. And so that way, you know, they can just get involved too.
As someone who is an adoptive mother, tell me about your experience and what you would like to tell people who are watching right now who might be interested in fostering or adopting but may not be sure yet.
Well, you know, I feel like I want people to walk away from this event just being inspired, you know, inspired to act, inspired to get involved, and I think if you've ever had an inclination in your heart to even foster or adopt at all, that you make a promise to yourself that you're going to reach out to DCFS and you're going to attend one of their informal meetings that they hold to give all the information and details. Because I think a lot of times, I know for myself, you know, there's fears and there's a lot of myths out there. But I think once you go and you hear what the process is and you meet families and other foster parents and young children that have been adopted, then it just makes it so much easier. And maybe it's not right for your family at the moment, but the information that you'll receive from that informal meeting, you'll be able to share with your friends and family.
Speaking of meetings, besides the foster care baby shower and foster adoption expo, is the Saturday, if people can't attend that, you did tell me there is an informational meeting on becoming a foster parent that's taking place on February 20th at the DCFS Torrance office on Crenshaw from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. So tell me about that and what kind of workshop it is and how people can RSVP and take part.
Yeah, no, if you go right on Department of Children and Family Services website, it'll have the number there. You can call in, you can go right online, and you sign up for it. And then once you're there, they're going to have all the information. And tell you exactly what the process is, tell you how long it's going to take. And the meeting's only a couple of hours, but it's really informative, and you'll get a chance to meet so many people. The staff will be there to answer any questions people have.
Well, Robbie, thank you so much for your time and all that you do. Have a great night.
All right, thank you.
And we were just talking about the informational meeting. We're going to be showing information on our screen. But first, let's talk about the Foster Care Baby Shower and Foster Adoption Expo, which is this Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. at the DCFS Torrance office, located on 2325 Crenshaw Boulevard. Then the February 20th Foster Parent Informational Meeting will take place from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. as well at that location. If you have any questions or would like to RSVP, you can contact the person on the screen, and the number is 888-811-1121. Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. If you have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Also, if you missed any portion of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance City Cable's YouTube page. Have a great night.